parents can't stand the whole time. I would like to.
Well, we're gonna put benches in, we're just not gonna
Yeah.
put a large amount of benches in.
We have some in the old
Our
one now.
intent is on,
Two, that's not enough.
there is a tree that's not shown to the right here. We do have a large tree there where we are gonna put a picnic, hopefully put a picnic table for shade and for eating. Currently, I believe, whoops, wrong place. Currently, there is a bench. How many benches do we have there, Joe? Do you remember?
We can use the benches we have
Two
now, right?
now, bench here and bench here.
We can just reuse them, we'll have to buy on it.
So, so basically, the contract includes the grading and the removal of equipment and the mulch, the custom playground design, a sign, a burr liner, just the equipment. It's called a Cosmo combination, the O Tannenbaum, the Orbit, the double cloud, the percussion play, the shade structures, then it calls for the installation, the timbers, which are the balance beam, the rainbow, the Play Specialist rainbow, which is your rubber padding, compacted stone, and seed and straw.
I have another question. Can it be added to with other equipment?
No. Everything is laid out unless we would expand.
Well, the only thing is,
But everything is laid out in a particular way.
yeah, maybe not there, maybe near the picnic area or something. The one in Thurmont, I think, has lions and stuff, certain things donated by the Lions Club. It has a fountain with a lion. And there's other things like that.
They
Yeah.
base a lot of these decisions off of what they see has been used in Thurmont and what is not. There are pieces of equipment that were added to the Thurmont playground that are not seeing any use, so that's why you're not seeing them in this one.
No, he's talking about a water fountain. The community playground in Thurmont that's used a lot, they have a donated water fountain from the Lions Club that is shaped like a lion, is what he was talking
Oh,
about.
okay.
Which is used very frequently.
It's
Well, obviously, I
handicap
mean, you guys
accessible.
have seen the drainage issues we have in Community Park to begin with.
Yeah.
But there's nothing to say that other things can't be added to the park, but this particular area here, it was meticulously designed to cover all disability, to attempt to cover all disabilities, to have to allow room for running and playing still without knocking into equipment.
Right. I agree.
This is wonderful.
I
Yeah,
think so.
Civitan Club was very excited about it. They thought this is going to be one of a kind for our area. I know myself and the mayor are extremely excited about it.
This is great. We have a growing number of autistic children in our town or other special needs, and I think this is just fantastic. I mean, it's good for everybody, not just special needs kids.
Yes.
So-
I have a few questions.
Commissioner Ritz.
The space that the playground occupies, you said it's the current area. It's not being expanded at all.
It is expanded.
Okay,
It's attaching to the,
It looks
Outside.
larger.
It's a lot larger.
Yeah, it's
what it's
backside.
doing, I think, if I recall, and I'm so happy Jimmy's here. This area back here,
Yes.
this straightaway is the current playground, because here's the equipment that we already have. This is where the swings are, and I believe the rock wall was there. This is the area that's going to be extended, and it's going to be extended out towards the road.
Towards the road, okay. I understand.
So Willow Drive. So it'll be right there.
Right.
At
So,
the
and
edge.
there's a path. Oh, where'd you see the path? I missed it. Back.
You missed
Right
it.
there, it's kind of cut off.
That's
but there's,
wheelchair accessible
There's
path.
it's going to be wheelchair
Okay.
accessible from here. The parking lot is right over here.
So we'll put some additional handicap spots there.
Oh, there was something I know.
There's two, I think.
It depends on what the code will allow, if we have the space to add them.
What's not shown is that boarded fence along protective safety fences along the road that
Right.
Right.
that separates the.
And that protects the
vehicular
kids
travel.
and everybody.
Few more questions.
Go ahead.
The equipment itself, I know is very durable, especially that this company has done a lot for us. I like the idea of the shade, but I'm a little concerned about the durability of what the material is for these, and the replacement and potential vandalism.
Right, the shades are high. It doesn't show it here. The pole, I forget what they told me the durability is, but it is it's an exceptional amount of time. It's made of very heavy duty, type of
Kevlar,
material.
like a Kevlar base.
I don't have the book with me, but they did leave us the book. Those are well sought after shades.
I think that's a nice addition. I just not
And I like it-
not to be pessimistic. I can just see some potential
Well,
tomfoolery going on.
we will take care of the vandals, right, Deputy Whitehouse?
We'll keep our eye on the Ritz kids.
Would it be,
And we have other options as well as far as vandals.
any other questions?
I mean, that's always a concern, but that's anything that we put out in the public, unfortunately.
Okay. I think that's all I have for now. Thank you.
I do have one. We do have a camera in that area anyway. Maybe we could add one. One's facing the pavilion. Maybe we could have one facing the new equipment, the new
We have a
playground.
couple of cameras in the park.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have one facing that. Maybe turning
I'm
it.
not
to-
telling everybody where they're facing. We do have a
Wherever it
couple
is,
of them in the
turn
park.
it, face
We'll
it.
take care of it, let's just say it that way. We'll take care of it. Okay. there
Oh,
you
that's
go.
good. Any other questions, Mr. O'Donnell?
I think this is a great idea.
I think so too.
I'm so excited.
I'm a special ed teacher. I endorse this. This is great.
Commissioner Blanchard?
No, I'm good. I like it.
I'm all good for this too. Do we want to consider on it tonight, or we need a motion to do that?
I make a motion to accept the playground specialist bid as proposed.
Um,
Do we have to talk about the $10,000?
The motion's been made by Commissioner O'Donnell.
What was the question?
She wants to know if we have funds available. I think you said yes, we do.
Needs 10,000 more? Do need to
We
talk
will
about that?
have it, we're in the new fiscal year.
Yes.
And that playground specialist will work with us. We just have to make an initial deposit, which we already have.
So I second that.
Motion's been seconded by Commissioner Buckman.
It's the
I got
heat.
all the names mixed up here tonight. But any other discussion on the playground equipment?
Just one thing here.
Mr.
This HGAC buy, the co-op, this is all part of this. So this, correct? This is taken into consideration, the co-op,
No, that's
Purchase.
already been signed. That was approved.
that was approved, but that
The
that plays
mayor
a,
signed it, which was in his authority.
that plays a role in this, so.
Yes, the HGAC contract gets us approximately a $12,000 to $13,000 discount. And then if you'll notice, the playground specialist also gave us another $8,000 discount. So that's what that contract did for us, the HGAC.
Their company is partnered with the town.
Right. It would be like if we piggyback the county's contract for something.
Yeah. My company does the same thing. We could piggyback from county to county. Any other questions? All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
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 Aye. Any nays? Motion carries 5-0.
Thank you. I think it's gonna be,
We need to set the agenda for the next town meeting. Kathy,
yes.
do you have anything for the meeting?
Okay, I have one administrative business item, and that will be a proclamation for making August 6th, 2019 National Night Out in Emmitsburg for consideration. Agenda item number 1, approval of the 2019 election judges for consideration. Approval of bid to renovate the pool house for consideration. Award Stand 5 Forestry bid for consideration. And finally, hold public hearing and final vote on proposed ordinance 1903 sign code for consideration.
Can we get some of the people from the town that were part of creating that?
It'll be a public hearing, which means we have to advertise it. It'll be up on Facebook. I'm sure the EPPA will probably be represented. We have a letter of endorsement from EBPA.
Okay.
Could we make sure that we contact Mr. Slaughter, just so
Yeah,
he knows
that's-
the date and time?
Yep.
Great, thank you.
I think it's already been done.
Mr. Sweeney?
Okay.
I
Give
have
him the
one.
heads up.
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
I have one to add too.
I have one.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'd like to start a tradition of the town having a poet laureate, and I'd like to bring a nomination in for that.
A what?
Poet laureate.
Say that in English.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Explain what that is.
They didn't hear what you said.
I would like to start a tradition in the town of having a poet laureate, and I would like to bring in a nomination for that. And
Can you explain to the board what that is? What a poet laureate is?
just a special person who's has a history of writing poetry, and a lot of levels, different levels of government have them. The United States Department of Commerce, they have one, and I just think it would be something nice to have here for us. We have a special person in mind who's written a lot of poetry up here for the town and the area, and printed it, and I would just like to nominate somebody for that.
I intrigued. I want to understand what a poet laureate would do for the town, and I'm all for the arts, absolutely. But I
Right.
just don't understand what it is.
It's just somebody I would nominate for this position, and it would be an honorary position for him or her, and
Are they active in the town,
they're
or are they just
active in the-
honored?
They're active in the area, and they are in the area a lot,
Okay.
and they
Okay.
and here every day.
And they could be called upon for different events we have in
Right.
town as,
Right.
read a short poem before, like,
And put
the
it
cutting
in.
of a ribbon or
Well,
christening of a building,
I
something
love
of
the
this nature.
arts. This is cool.
Of
That's
that
fine.
nature.
The county
Of our own Robert
administration
Frost.
famously had Robert Frost as
Exactly.
their poet laureate.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And it's the idea of, and again, not to echo everything, but sort of to have an honorary title for a poet. The laureate idea is they are a praised poet for
Okay.
their achievement, and in their achievement, they're recognized for their mastery of the language. So there's our arts. The other side is, for occasions, they're pressed to have something on hand. I think Frost actually started studying an old poem because he couldn't read it. It was so bright.
At John F. K's inauguration,
JFK
exactly.
inauguration,
Yep.
so
I see. Okay.
they're also clever. So
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
this is the kind of thing we want.
Under Clinton, I believe.
I got you. Okay.
Okay, that's
You'll
I
like
like
it.
it.
5.
You'll like it.
It's good.
Stuff.
Mr. Buckman?
I do have, I guess it was 2.5 meetings ago, maybe, that we suggested bringing the representative in for the solar field so we could understand how the contract and all the nuances of that contract to decide if there's anything that we can do to challenge it, just so that the board understands.
We have not had any luck getting anybody to come in. I will follow up with Mr. Tabler tomorrow
Did they,
because he was working on it, but we have not had any luck.
did they give you an explanation why the solar field number 2 is down?
I don't know if it's still in my notes or not. If not, I can email you because it's on my other.
Was it because of us or them?
No, it was them. I think they had. I know they had a transformer blow in December, and I think it was related to that.
Now, my other question is, are they going to reimburse us for the extra energy we had to pay out,
No,
the extra money?
I've already. My email from John Clapp says we have no recourse.
Who is the owner of the solar field? Is it Constellation Energy? Is it Standard Solar?
Solar.
Okay,
Well,
so
UGI makes all the repairs now.
UGI is their maintainer, but
Standard Solar maintains the actual solar panels.
Okay.
UGI maintains the
Electric.
conduit and the sorry, I got that right.
System.
So
in the system.
I think that being that Mayor Briggs and the Green Team has led us, led Maryland in this green concept, that it behooves us as a social responsibility to challenge the inequities in that contract for other municipalities that want to get involved, so that we have set a precedent. So I really feel that as a board, it's really important that we charge forward because we're leading the brigade.
I mean, I understand that. I mean, and Mr. Tabler has worked hard. I mean, think about, we just finished up the budget and we just finished up the first phase of the audit. I mean, you can't force somebody to come if they don't want to come, but we are working on it. It's
Right.
not something that's been forgotten.
Right.
So we are working. We're doing our
And
best.
to look into maybe even challenging that contract and figuring out something different to rewrite what other people will be having to deal with. I mean,
Confused.
yeah, I mean, if that contract's not allowing other businesses to
It's
jump
not
on.
it's not a contract that we have with them. That's their state mandate, apparently. But we will try to get somebody in
Well,
here.
then Senator Van Hollen should be contacted, because that's wrong.
And we do have cabinet secretaries who are certainly friends of the town. So, I mean, it's great town staff is doing what they're doing, don't get us wrong, but,
Yeah.
you know, and certainly we don't have the authority to compel them. But at the same time, you know, there's a guardrail issue here. It's.
It would benefit the world if we did this, right?
It seems inequitable. Well, it would at least
I think it's a
benefit
state mandate.
Maryland.
I don't think it's a county or a countrywide. I think it's
I hope not.
unique to businesses and unique to your states. So I think it might be a state mandate, but
Yeah, it's time to change
it's
it.
this whole solar thing is new,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously we can see the savings that it gives to the town simply by the one field going down for a couple of months. So it is something that, you know, the town really wants to pursue and the mayor wants to pursue. But it's tricky waters right now because it is all new, and people, not only us, but others, legislators and other companies are still trying to figure it out as well. So, we'll do our best.
Okay, we will.
Anything else go on the agenda?
I was going to recommend a mountain biker laureate, but I'm going to hold off.
Or
Alrighty.
bread maker laureate.
So as for the August 5th agenda, we have approval of the 2019 election judges. We have approval of the bid for the pool house,
Which, I'm sorry, can you start
Pool
over?
house bid, approval of the election judges,
Yes.
approval of the pool house bid or
Renovations.
renovations.
Mm-hmm.
A forestry bid is number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Public hearing on the sign code is number 4.
Mm-hmm.
The poet laureate nomination will be number 5.
That's administrative. I have that under administrative
Put that under
business.
administrative.
Okay.
Can you have one?
Whatever.
National Night Out.
And you have the proclamation for
National
National
Night
Night Out,
August 5th.
Yes.
and that's administrative business also.
For National Night Out, is anyone else going to be handing out food and hot dogs?
Yes, has anybody emailed Maddie back?
Okay,
I
terrific.
probably will be able to.
I haven't emailed back.
I'm
but
not
always
working
Is there a
tonight,
time
Tom.
slot for
Yeah, I'll
hot
be there.
dogs?
So I'd do more if I had to.
Huh?
I said I'd do more one slot if I had to.
And we are still in need, she just sent out an email today, she's still in need of vendors for National Night Out. I think she has 16 signed up so far. We have the capacity to hold 30. And we are tracking down some leads on the farmer's market, so hopefully we can get that up and running in the next couple of weeks.
You might
If you
wanna
know of
con- you
anybody,
might wanna
please contact Amy.
Okay, contact Jennifer Joy, because the vendors we had we had a couple different kind of vendors for the community. They were all here free. We didn't charge them.
Right, we don't charge for farmer's
Right,
market.
so they will come.
Our lead for the farmer's market says that it's an excellent day of the week because everybody else does theirs Saturdays. He is helping us work out on getting vendors. All your larger farmer's markets are committed to Saturdays from 9 to 12. This guy is a well-recognized vendor at Thurmont. So he's trying to help us out as well.
I did talk to the Department of Agriculture at the roundtable, and let me follow up with you after the meeting, but it might be helpful to the effort.
Commissioner
All right,
Sweet.
all in favor of, I need a motion to accept the agenda item as presented.
I'll make a motion to accept the agenda item for the August 5th meeting as presented.
Motion's been made by Commissioner Ritz, second by Commissioner Buckman. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Any nays? Motion carries.
Mr.
Mr. Mayor,
I'd like to
Make sure you
wish
say the
you
time.
Thank you, Bruce.
safe travels. You're off to Texas.
Off to Texas in about 7 hours, yes.
It's for teachers.
Yeah,
Oh, congratulations. How long will you be down there?
a week.
Well, have a great trip, safe
Houston
trip.
Need a
bound.
motion to adjourn the meeting?
I make a
sir.
motion to adjourn the meeting at 9:20.
Second?
Motion's been made by Commissioner Buckman, second by Commissioner O'Donnell. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye. Any nays? Motion carries.
Time.
9:20. They said 9:20.
Buckman said the time, yeah.
Hey.